Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us for Stories Making Headlines. I'm Dominic Mwashikele. President Hifikepunye Pohamba visited the Kalimbeza Rice Project as he concluded his visit to the Caprivi region today. The president reaffirmed government's readiness to ensure that the project was maintained to reach the required standards. After being briefed about activities at the farm, President Pohamba noted that there was a need for communities to work hard to produce more food for their own consumption and for export to international markets. The president was, however, happy to note that there has been a significant increase of 39 hectares in the production capacity at the Kalimbeza Rice Project. The Kalimbeza Rice Project has entered its second phase. This was revealed by Agriculture, Water and Forestry Minister John Mutorwa while briefing President Hifikepunye Pohamba about the project's progress so far. Mutorwa says the first phase of the project involved research conducted by the University of Namibia, which concluded that different varieties of rice could be produced. The minister further informed President Pohamba that during the second phase, new equipment will be acquired and production expanded to transform the Kalimbeza Rice Project into a fully fledged green scheme project. The Windhoek City Police says there is an urgent need for intervention to regulate Windhoek's Western Bypass. This follows last night's accident in which a pedestrian died after being hit by a vehicle. The hit-and-run accident happened at around 8 o'clock in the evening. It is believed that the driver of the vehicle was driving from the southern to the northern direction. The deceased body was found lying on the road by a motorist who then alerted the city police. And in business news, the Meat Board of Namibia says negotiations to increase beef export quotas are underway through the Southern African Customs Union. Information Systems Manager Willem Schutz says SACU is busy finalizing the requisition proposals. Schutz revealed that the last meeting under SACU set the deadline for the submission of information at the end of this month. Schutz says the Meat Board would ensure that the 2012 quota is shared equitably between Namibian companies which are eligible for export. He indicates the Meat Board will inform the companies in advance about the size of quotas available before the end of this year. In international news, Kenyan troops with aerial support are continuing their advance into Somalia towards a town held by Al-Shabaab 120 kilometers from the border. The Kenyan government wants to push the militants away from its border following a spate of kidnappings it blames on the Islamist insurgent group. Kenyan Army spokesman Maj Emmanuel Chirchir said the advance to Afmadao had been slowed by muddy terrain. Meanwhile, 3 civilians have died in a Mogadishu car bomb. Reports say the suspected suicide car bomb went off outside the former Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is now unoccupied. And in sports news, a basketball youth development program in Windhoek's Katutura suburb is going well, and more youths are joining the program on a daily basis. The basketball artist school started last year with a bunch of interested young players, but the number has since grown. Katutura residents are urged to enroll their children in order to benefit from one of the best programs to have hit junior basketball in the country. A volunteer from Germany is attached to the program, where he shared his expertise with the local coordinators and the youngsters. Those are the stories that made headlines today. Join us tomorrow again as we bring you news making headlines locally and internationally.